And one thing I would definitely say, this is not just a cologne, this is a love magnet. Whenever I wear this, she tells me, I can still smell you even when you're not here. And that is gonna be the best confirmation that your date night went very well, when she actually texts you first and lets you know that she is still thinking about you even when you're not there. That is genuine attraction, and that is genuine power right there. Now, Valentine's Day date night is a couple of weeks away from here, and in this video I'm going to show you a bold, alluring, and an incredible seductive fragrance that I would strongly recommend you have if you want to be able to have a successful date night, and if you really want to be able to be the most wanted man in her eyes. My guy, this fragrance right here has not let me down whenever I wear this, and it absolutely breaks the distance factor when it comes to my girlfriend wanting to be around me or close to me. This is a fragrance I would always wear if I really want to make a seductive impact. So this is why I want to help you to be able to create a strong impression whenever you're going to go out, and just make sure that she is going to be wanting to be close to you throughout the whole entire time. All right, so let's get started. So this is let's talk about the presentation of this bottle, because first of all, I think to me this has got to be one of the coolest designer bottles that has been, like I said, designed. And I just want to talk about this, how cool this thing looks, because when I first saw this, I'm like, this is dope. You even have like a revolver type style of bottle right here. It definitely is like a 6-shooter. Like if you grew up watching Westerns, or cowboy Western movies, this straight up got my attention. I'm like, this has to be a man's man fragrance to be able to have this type of design on it. Let's not even waste any more time with it, because I want to be able to get into this, because this is, to me, one of my favorite designers. And let's just get 1, 2. Let me just let it settle down for a bit. And whew, yeah, this has got to be one of my favorite designers for a reason, because let me just have this continue its projection and then just have it just develop itself. Wow. My guy, oh, man, I still remember the first time I smelled this. I was just like, what the hell is this? I'm like, this has to be in my collection no matter what. But let's talk about why this fragrance works so fantastically well. What's gonna make this fragrance the best wingman for you when it comes to your date night for the winter, and also specifically for the Valentine's Day? This has got to be the epitome of seduction. This fragrance does not disappoint whatsoever. So let's talk about the opening note of that very zesty ginger. Now, ginger is a very interesting note because it is energetic. So this was the one that really just opened up my senses like nothing had done. Now, the cool thing is it is energetic, but it's not invasive. So you're not gonna have to worry about the fact that this is gonna be just very sharp or very like in your face, kind of scratchy. Now, this is a very bright, elegant note that you're gonna have with this opening. And I do want to ask, if you are receiving value from this video, I want to be able to ask you, number one, hit that subscribe button so I can continue to be able to bring these awesome fragrances that I honestly like to be able to recommend. You guys are wanting to know what is the best, what is going to be giving me the success that I want when it comes to my outings, events, or dates. I want to be able to give this to you. If you already have this fragrance, I want to know, how has this been a success for you when it comes to your date night? Leave a comment down below letting me know exactly how this has helped you. So let's get back into the video. So from the top, you're gonna have that energetic note. You're gonna go into the second note. This is where you're gonna have that strength factor come in, because this is gonna not only cause that brightness, now you're gonna have that strength factor when it comes to your environment. This strength factor comes in gonna be of that woodsy note. Now, to me, when I imagine this, I imagine the woodsy note, it has to be a cedar. And I think this note, this woodsy note gives you that essence of that elegance and that stability, which is very well needed when it comes to have a successful date. You want to be energetic, you want to be stable, you want to be solid, you want to be able to have your presence felt and just take up space. Like this fragrance is definitely going to be able to give you that ambient, that environment. She's going to be around you. My guy, this is going to be, she's going to feel that essence about you whenever you're wearing this on. Not only that, is that it creates warmth. Now, woodsy note, and you can tell from the amber color of this is going to be a very warm factor to it. And this is going to be very important because during the wintertime, all we want to do is find that warmth. And then this gives that essence of that warmth whenever that close encounters happens. My guy, you're going to just have that essence of brightness, warmth, all of good successful points to be able to have a successful date night. And as this continues to settle down, I am enjoying every single moment of having this. Just as I'm waving my hand around, this captures my intention. It's just like, I'm following this wherever this goes. This is the reason why I knew exactly this had to be in my collection. If you want to be perceived as warm, energetic, and attractive, these notes will definitely play in your favor. And after moving on from that base note, that energetic, that strong, bold presence, you're gonna have to, this is where the fun comes in now, because you just can't be energetic and strong, but you need to have that very alluring factor. This is where we move on. As this settles down, you're gonna have that third note that comes in, which is gonna be that bourbon vanilla. This is gonna be one of the best type of vanillas that I've actually smelled, because just the way that it's just so smooth. It's just gonna be a fun ride. Like, you're gonna enjoy how all of these three elements just play together such well, and they're blended outstandingly that your confidence immediately, your boldness, it's just gonna go off the roof. It's just, it has not failed me whatsoever when I'm wearing this. And then when you have that bourbon vanilla, it's just such a very sweet and fun, it's very alluring. You're gonna bring that factor. And I think in 2025, I believe vanilla was actually one of the most seductive and very just pleasing aromas. And you have this in this bottle right here. My guy, you're playing all the right notes. Those attraction notes, you're just playing, you're just strumming, and you're just making music, a beautiful melody when it comes to be able to have, when you are playing that attraction song. You're gonna develop that sweet allure. You're gonna be able to just become that inescapable magnet. Is the only thing that I can be able to explain how this is gonna make you feel, and you know what you're doing. And this is why whenever I'm wearing this, whenever I go on my date nights, I know exactly what I'm doing while I'm wearing this. Because as a matter of fact, let me just do this now. Let me just spray this myself, because I just feel it. Like, I wanna feel it. And one thing I do wanna be able to say though, this is very important to have you understand this, is that this fragrance is a Parfum concentration, so it is not an EDP. This is gonna be more concentrated, so I strongly wanna be able to warn you, the amount of sprays that I would suggest you have this is gonna be maximum 2 to 3. So my guy, if you wanna have a successful night while wearing this, I would strongly suggest keep it 2 to 3. My guy, you have no idea how this is gonna reach. This is gonna reach for sure, especially when she's gonna be like about a foot, 2 feet away, or just even closer. My guy, you don't need that much. So just a word of caution, this is gonna be how many sprays I would recommend for you. Sometimes my fragrance actually attaches onto her clothing fabric. So whenever the date is done and when she goes home, whenever I wear this, she tells me, I can still smell you even when you're not here. And that is gonna be the best confirmation that your date night went very well, when she actually texts you first and lets you know that she is still thinking about you even when you're not there. This has the capability of having you be the only guy that she has in her mind, because of just the way that your essence, your presence is still with her even when you're not there. That is genuine attraction, and that is genuine power right there. That to be able to have someone just immediately think about you whenever you're not there, this is the right decision for your future date nights. And in the next video, I'm gonna go over another strategic and very fantastic fragrance that I would strongly recommend for you to be able to have in your fragrance collection, that if you wanna have a successful date night, or just wanna be perceived as one of the most elegant men in the room for winter or your date night, this video right here, I'm gonna go over another fragrance that you can be able to have. It's gonna give you that success that you're looking for when it comes to those attraction points. So follow me in the next video.